Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the Titan Chain Diagonal Cable Snow Tire Chains, and we'll be taking a look at how they fit as well as how they install on the 2023 Toyota RAV4. If you're looking for very low profile tire chains, maybe you go to your dealership and they recommend you getting cable chains, then this is usually what you would be looking at. Now before you go any further though, please make sure you get the correct chains for your tire size. Our tire size is 225/60 R18. This number is very important. It's printed on the sidewall of your tire. Use that number as you go to here to etrailer.com, put your year, make, model, select your tire size, and then you'll be offered options that are a fit for your car and your tire, like these. Another thing is we are installing them on the front axle or the front tires because that's where we have our steering and that's where we need traction. So before I get into how this creates or gives you traction for those extreme weather conditions, we'll start with installing it first. Now, take a look at your tire chains. Pretty much the moment your tire chains arrive, I do recommend laying them out in your garage and just getting familiar with how they install before you're stranded by the side of the road. On your chain, you're going to see a label printed tire side. So this will help you understand which way it should be facing. In my case, I have tire side facing up before we install them. So you're gonna get a set of 2 chains. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the chain, fit it around our tire, and notice how it splits in the middle. So you wanna grab it where it splits, and let's see, there we go. Make sure that's not caught up. Bring this around, bring the other side around like that. And before we make this front connection, I like to get the back connections first. It is gonna be a tight fit. So this is gonna be the easiest connection to make. Notice how we have a hook and then we have a link. You're gonna connect those and leave them behind your tire. As you go back to the front, we're gonna connect our front connections. Notice how we have 2 different notches. Since this is a tight fit, we're gonna use the furthest notch. If we find we need an even more secure fit, we'll go back and replace it. But we're gonna go back down here to the bottom of the tire, get that cable through the notch and secure. And that's how you install your tire chain. Now I might be able to fit this over to the second notch, but if not, that's okay because we also have an included rubber tensioner. So that will add a little extra tension in case you can't get this to fit like I can't. All right, here's your rubber tensioner. You're gonna have these plastic hooks. The way this works is you want the hook facing out, and then you're gonna go in a star shape pattern. So up, down, left, and right. And that will help you get the most tension in your tire chain. And since this is a rubber tension, as you drive around, this will adjust with you. And when you hit ice or rocks, you will feel a little bit of movement of your chains, no matter what type of chains you use. So you always want some type of rubber or assisted tensioning helping out with that. So you can see how it really brought our tire chains together, creating this star design. While it might look a little goofy, that's how it works in order to create a fit around your tire. So do the exact same thing on the other side. Afterwards, I recommend rolling forward or rolling backward a couple feet and just double checking that everything is still in place. If it is, then that's it. You're ready to hit the road. So it's a relatively quick and easy process, and this is going to be a good tire chain if you want something very low profile, something good for on-road use, because these are more cable chains than they are snow chains. So let's take a look at how that works. See the inside of the cable? You have this alloy material that is giving you a little traction on the road, but then you also have these cables on the outside. While they are made of alloy that's a little bit more corrosion resistant, the downside to this is there is a slight tendency for them to break off as you hit ice. So if you're expecting more snow than ice, this is going to be good. If you're expecting a lot of ice and not as much snow, I do recommend something that has actual links or actual chains. An option for you would be something like Koenig XG12 Pro tire chains as an alternative. These are going to be a diagonal style chain, so similar to ladder style, where they crisscross around your tire. You will feel a little bit of a bump as you drive around, but since they are cable chains and they're low profile, it won't be as obtrusive or as big of a bump as you drive. So a slightly smoother ride compared to larger chains. All in all, they are going to arrive in this canvas bag, so they are good for if you need to store chains inside of your vehicle, since this is very easy to throw into the trunk of your RAV4. The downside to this is you do have to roll them up again if you want to use them for the next year. So fitting your rolled up chains in this canvas bag is very tricky. In fact, I have torn several of these bags trying to do so. So an alternative would be to get maybe a large plastic tote. I have friends that would put some kind of like oil or lubricant on there. That way their chains can dry up. They get stored inside of the tote. It's easier to carry around. Yes, it won't be as low profile as this bag, but when you use it the second time, it's easier to fit into a tote than it is into this bag. But other than that, if you're looking for cable chains that are easier to install, these are going to be the option for you. If you're looking for chains that have more traction when it's very icy outside, these would not be the option for you. I'd recommend something else. You can check out our fit guide here at eTrailer, where you have actual chains, but actual chains won't be as low profile and good for clearance as these. So this was a look at our cable diagonal tire chains. You saw them here from Titan Chain at etrailer.com on our 2023 Toyota RAV4.